I'm an exercise physiologist, so I work with movement and in exercise rehab with people, and I didn't think yoga teacher training would really align with what I do. I always thought it was a bit airy-fairy, and I didn't think I'd come across a teacher that had values that align with mine when it comes to movement and prehab to make sure you're nice and safe in a yoga practice. But I met Amelia through Access Yoga, the studio, and got to know her and really understood that she was different, and really valued quality movement and a strength-based practice that balanced out with lots of flexibility and mobility and what you'd expect in a traditional yoga practice. So I found Access Yoga, not just the teacher training, but also attending the studio as a student, as a modern version or variation of yoga. So it wasn't as intimidating or overwhelming as it would be stepping into a traditional yoga studio. So when it came to deciding to do my 200-hour yoga teacher training, I thought it would really help complement what I already do with my clients. I see a lot of people that have difficulty transferring to the floor or just moving, they're in chronic pain and they're not sure what to do. And sometimes doing some strength training or exercise is too much for them, when sometimes our goal with them is just to get them moving. And I like the aspects that I could pull apart different elements of a yoga practice and go through mini sequences or stretches with them to encourage their movement, improve their breathing, and they felt much better afterwards and realised, no, I can do this, I can do yoga. It may not necessarily be a full class or a traditional type of yoga, but it's still yoga at the end of the day. So I loved being able to then share that with the clients I work with, if it's the athletes I work with or if it's the clinical population that are in chronic pain with injuries. I love the fact that I can make it more accessible to a wider population and reach out. It wasn't just the physical side that I benefit from and I could see my clients benefiting from, but it was more the mental side, the mental resilience, and the meditative side of encouraging people to slow down and be present with themselves and really work out what they need. So sometimes yoga practice is just what they need. They need to slow down and listen in, whereas you don't really get that with any other form of exercise. So that's what led me to Access 200-hour yoga teacher training, and I'm so grateful for it.
What did you love most about the training?
That's hard. There was so much that I loved about the training. It was the community that we created. I love the fact that I could reach out to other students that I was learning with and talk to them about things that I found challenging, but then also help them with aspects that they felt was quite difficult and overwhelming. So I enjoyed that part. I also really like the alignment and anatomy-based aspects of it. I don't think you'd get such a detailed teaching or base knowledge when it comes to the human body and human physiology in any other yoga practice, or teacher training I should say. That's what really resonated with me, and I think it made us better teachers for that. So I love the fact it was different and it was relatable, and it was like a modern spin on yoga, but we still learn all the traditional philosophy based stuff when it comes to breathing and so forth.
What is your vision with infusing like yoga into what you currently do, and how you would like to share what you've learned?
So when I initially started the training, I thought all I wanted to do with it was throw a little bit of it within the appointments or the private clients I would see, either one-on-one or small groups. I didn't think much more outside of that, perhaps use it with the athletes and small groups that I was working with when I was doing the strength and conditioning rehab programs. So that's been exciting, but I've also, at the end of the practice, or end of the teacher training, I should say, I felt that I had the knowledge and the confidence to actually teach bigger, bigger groups, teach populations I never would have considered, so perhaps in the community. I never thought I would ever teach at a Lululemon community event, but I did, and felt really comfortable and confident at the end of our training to do that. We were so well set up and understood how to sequence a class from start to finish. So I've now gone on to do that. I'm also teaching corporate yoga, which is exciting. Yoga rehab is also making it a lot more accessible for my other private clients that see me for their injuries and health conditions. So it's definitely opened up a lot more opportunity for me. So it really complements what I already do. What was the question? Was that something else?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
It was about how you might, what was your vision with it, so how you might integrate it.
I think that covers it.
Right. Is there anything else you would like to say?
If anyone is considering doing their teacher training, I highly recommend Access Yoga 200 Hour. It truly is the intelligent practice. Like I said, I wouldn't have considered doing my yoga teacher training otherwise. I recommend it to other allied health professionals as well, because I often ask me, oh, that's fantastic, you're also a yoga teacher, how do you use it? And clients love it. But I think with our background, with the studies we've done, we want to make sure if we're doing a yoga teacher training that we can trust the teacher and believe in what they're saying, you're on the same wavelength. Amelia has a fantastic depth of knowledge, not only about yoga, philosophy, but also the human body, anatomy, physiology, and the correct movement. So it was really important that I did teacher training that aligned with me and my values and what I know with a science background. So I highly recommend this to really ensure that you've got a nice strong base when teaching. So if you're not sure about movement or correct alignment of flow, this is the practice for you. And you can definitely, not only will it improve your practice as a student, but you can definitely then share that knowledge to other students that you may teach to ensure they stay safe when they're practicing, and also assist them to reach those peak postures I never thought were possible. That was probably the biggest thing. I learnt so much when it was about correct setup in these really cool with arm balances, inversions. I never thought I could ever do, but Amelia made it really easy and digestible to break it down to not only learn for ourselves as students, but also easy for us to teach other people, because it seems really daunting, like how do you teach a headstand? But I feel confident as a teacher that I can do that safely in a class full of people. So I love the fact it was easy to digest and also relatable, and I can share it with quite a vast population, not just my clients, but community now too.